Another nail in another nail in my coffin. Hey everybody, it's me, friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete, and this is another episode of Let's Now This, where viewers try and fix the kills of stupid people in horror movies. In my Nails in a Coffin series, I rate how well a person responds to a life-threatening situation, and I use nails in a coffin as a rating system. If the victim fights really hard, they make the right choices, they can up to 4 nails in the coffin. If they make dumb decisions or actions such as just standing there, running upstairs instead of running outside, the stupid decisions we see from victims in horror movies, they can get up low as 1 nail in the coffin. There's a lot of stupid decisions in horror movies like splitting up, not running away, waiting till midnight to investigate the murder house. It's just so dumb, and they have to, writers have to do it to up the body counts. And you may even say when you're watching these movies, hey, if that was me, I would have done this. That's what my Let's Now This series is all about, where viewers try and fix the kills of stupid people in horror movies. All the horror movies I've covered for stupid kills, I've given victims 1 nail in the coffin. So in this series, I assign somebody one of those kills, they watch it, and they get to tell the YouTube audience what they would have done if they were in that victim's situation. Now, this is something that we all do when we watch a horror movie, thinking what we would have done. So if you would like to be featured on this channel and tell the YouTube audience what you would have done in a given situation, shoot me an email. I'll have a link down in the description, and I'll assign you a kill that I gave 1 nail in the coffin, and you get to tell everybody what you would have done if you were in their position. You can do a video, audio, or email me, and I'll read it. It's just for fun. Just keep it based in reality. You can't go like John Wick or Chuck Norris on the person. In this episode, we have Alex, who I met on the Movie Timelines Discord. He's a fellow horror fan and a wrestling fan as well, so we do have a lot in common. I'll have his Twitch and TikTok links in the description below. It should be at Alex Smiley Plays. So please go check those out. Give him a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. He's building an audience just like I am, and we both really would appreciate the support. So, I assigned him Dave's death in My Bloody Valentine. He was the guy standing over the pot of boiling hot dogs. Gross. He's looking down at the hot dogs longer than anybody really should. The miner grabs his head from behind, shoves into the hot dog water, and kills him. I gave Dave 1 nail in the coffin since it was just so easy to kill him. He really didn't do anything to stop that attack. But let's see what Alex thinks how he would have reacted in Dave's predicament. So, Alex, let's nail this.
My Bloody Valentine has quite the array of kills during its runtime, but only one predates the Limp Bizkit album Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water by nearly 2 decades. That's right, I'm talking about good old Dave and the miner's insistence that he play bobbing for hot dogs in a pot of boiling water. How in the world does one avoid such a hot, wet fate? Let's explore the science behind this for just a moment. Perhaps not common knowledge in the late 80s, hot dogs as we know them can be cooked in a microwave oven. Instructions on the label usually tell you to cook them for about 10 to 20 seconds, depending on how many you're trying to heat up at a time. But wait a second, they didn't have microwaves in the 80s, I hear you say. But they did. As a matter of fact, low-cost countertop models were pretty common by the late 70s. So what I'm saying is, perhaps the easiest way to survive this kill is to not need a pot of boiling water to cook the hot dogs in the first place. What's that miner gonna do? Try to shove your head in the microwave? Oh.
Thanks, Alex. That was great. I like it. It was nice and simple. I like how you brought up that there were just other ways to cook a hot dog. I also did microwave hot dog thing as a kid. I don't think I ever enjoyed a boiled hot dog. It's just gross. There are easier ways. And you just gave an easy and simple way to avoid this kill. Don't be standing over a pot of boiling hot dogs. Why cook your hot dogs in water? It's just gross. That's the cool thing about this series with Let's Nail This is you don't have to go into depth. I mean, you could have said, oh, I would, knock the pot aside, dump the water on the floor so the guy could probably slip on it, or I would, dump the water over my shoulder. Yeah, those are all would be fine answers, but I like that. That's why I like having the audience do this, because they can just say something simple like, don't cook your hot dogs in boiling water, or just don't go eat a boiled hot dog. It's kind of gross. Other things Dave could have done, he could have used his legs to his advantage and as a lever to push back. He could have done any number of things, but Alex, I like your answer. You didn't have to go too much. Didn't have to go too deep into it. So just don't eat boiled hot dogs. But that was great. I really appreciate you being part of this. And again, if you'd like to be part of this Let's Nail This series, just shoot me an email, link in the description, and I'll assign you a kill that I gave one nail in the coffin to. For example, Pamela's death in the original Friday the 13th at the end. I gave her one nail in the coffin. She just stood there while Alice ran at her with the machete. So if I assigned you that kill, you can come up with a bunch of things what you would have done if you were in Pamela's situation. So again, if you want to participate, shoot me an email, link in the description. I assign one of those kills. You can do a video, audio, just shoot me an email. Just, hey, and I'll promote, if you want me to promote something of you, I'll put links in the description. Fun. We're all just trying to build our audience, and I think that's fantastic. I think we should be able to help each other out. Appreciate it, everybody. Thanks again. A short video this week. I'll see you next Wednesday for another debate in my horror debate series with my friend Carlin. And this Friday for another episode of Let's Nail This. Really good stuff. I'll put some link cards up here for you to check out. Appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, each other, and be good to each other. I am your friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete, and remember, with great kills, there must also come great nails.